Hi everyone, welcome to the Ageless Fitness Lifestyle channel. My name is Pauline. If this is your first time joining us, and thank you so much for joining because I know how important time is. So I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And this is episode 2 of my Q&A with questions and answers from the 70-year young athlete. So thank you so much for your questions. Thank you. Oh, and before I get started, if you are not a member of this fabulous community, please come on and join us. Come on and subscribe. We would love to have your company so our light can shine that much brighter. So, in any event, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for your questions. I appreciate them. You guys are letting me know that I'm on the right track. So, let me just jump right into them. As I always say, the only thing about aging thus far is wearing glasses, but it's okay. Praise God, I'm not blind. So, question number 1 comes from Helen B. Hey Helen, let me know if you're there. Helen B. And Helen B. wants to know, how much water do I drink daily? Helen, I try and get, and I do. I get in a gallon a day, at least a gallon a day. And I have, believe it or not, this is my water bottle. And I have a little video that I'm going to show you with me actually working out with my water bottle. So I try and get at least one of these in a day. If I'm a good girl, I get 2 of these in a day. If I'm a very, very good girl, I get 2.5 in a day. The bladder is like not that happy, but at least I'm cleansing my body, cleansing the tissues and everything in it. And I remember one time when I had gone off track and I had gained at least, I'll say about 25 pounds. I went off track. I'm human. So I said, well, look, I got to do something about this. Let me go to Weight Watchers. So one of the main things that they emphasized in Weight Watchers was to drink lots and lots of water. So I said, water, what's the big deal? Water, water, water. So I did take their advice. I drank at least a gallon to a gallon and a half of water. And when I came back the next week for my weigh-in, I was stunned to realize that I had lost 5 pounds. Yes, I exercised. Yes, I did my exercise, but I really wasn't hitting it the way I'm hitting it now. But I contribute that 5-pound loss to the water that I was drinking. So it's really important because it flushes everything out. It's real, and you've read about it. You've seen it on social media. It's just it's the perfection pill for your body, for your skin. You know, it clears your skin. It just makes you feel so good, so refreshed. And when you don't drink enough water, I know, at least for me, your thoughts are just all cloudy and whatnot. So this not only helps to purify the body, but it helps to purify the mind too, the brain too. So at least 1 a day when I'm a good girl, 2 a day when I'm a really great girl, and 2.5 a day when the bladder says, have you lost your mind? Because I have to keep on going to the bathroom. But it's A-okay because I'm flushing all of the impurities out of my system with drinking the water. So this is about almost a gallon, but not quite. But like I say, I get in about 2 on a good day, 2.5 on a fantastic day. So I really cannot recommend drinking water. It's like one of the best things that you can do for your body. And if you want to lose weight, while you're working out, while you're doing your exercise, this is the perfection pill right here, water. So, Helen, thank you so much for your question. I hope I answered it. And if you have any more questions about water, do not hesitate to let me know, all right? Okay, question number 2. Let me get to question number 2. Question number 2 comes from Autumn Osorio. Hola, Autumn. ¿Habla español? Autumn Osorio. And Autumn wants to know, she wants to get started with a plant-based diet. And that's what I am on. I've been plant-based for the past 30 years. And I cannot stop singing the praises of it. And let me tell you how I got started with plant-based. I went to the doctor for my annual checkup, and the doctor said to me, she said, well, look, she said, you're doing okay. You're not doing great. And I didn't have any symptoms. You know, I was feeling okay. I thought I was feeling okay. But in any event, she said, when you come back to see me in 3 months, if your cholesterol continues to be on the high side, I'm going to have to put you on statins. Family, that's all I needed to hear. Statins? Me? Oh no, I can't do that. So what I did, I started doing my research. I'm always saying, invest in yourself. So I invested in myself by doing my research. I looked at celebrities, I looked at athletes, I looked at their diets. What were they eating? What were they consuming? And a lot of them were vegetarian, vegans, or plant-based. And I went back and I said, well, why are these guys plant-based? And they were having the same kind of issues that I was having. The cholesterol numbers was going up high. Some even were even on statins. So they wanted to change things around. So they went to a plant-based diet. So I said, well, let me try this plant-based diet thing. And family, as God is my witness, I started noticing things. After the first week, my thoughts were clearer. My head was clearer. I could sleep better. I was actually sleeping better. You know, sometimes you say to yourself, well, what does food have to do with sleep? I noticed that it had a lot to do with it, because my body wasn't working hard to digest the meat that I was putting in my system. You know, it wasn't breaking that down, and because of the breakdown, because of all the work that it was doing, my head was kind of foggy. But in any event, I'm digressing. That's how I started with my plant-based diet. So, Autumn wants to know, well, what do I eat during the day? I eat foods rich in fiber. And to be perfectly frank with you, I do intermittent fasting. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is prayer, meditation, gratitude, you know, hit the knee, you know, my knees hit the floor, thanking God for another day. But after that, first thing that I do is drink a big glass of water, a big container of water. After I do that, I start working out. If I'm not training clients, then I start doing my thing. I start working out. On a good day, I think I said this last week, on a good day, you know, I work out for an hour. On a fabulous day, I can do 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I'm in my happy place when I'm working out. I'm in my happy place. So I don't start eating until maybe about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's when I will have my biggest meal. And what will I have in that meal? I'll have plants that are full of fiber. And because they are full of fiber, I don't get hungry. I'm really not that hungry. So my biggest meal will consist of something like quinoa, chickpeas, collard greens, avocado. I'm not avocado free. All of those things are very high in fiber. And again, I know I'm repeating myself, but the fiber fills you up. So you don't have to go to the refrigerator and eat all the time. You don't have to do that. And you know, as I'm thinking about it, we live in a hypnotic culture. And I say that because every time you turn on the television, you're being hypnotized by pizza and the gooey cheese on the pizza, or hamburgers and the juice running out of the hamburgers and cheeseburgers. You are being hypnotized. So when you see pictures like that, the brain automatically thinks, I'm hungry, I have to eat, I have to eat. But that is not the case. If you eat foods rich in fiber, you don't have to munch every 15, 20 minutes, because what you are eating is really filling you up in a good way. Okay, I digress. So, as I said earlier, Autumn, what I do my intermittent fasting, and then in the afternoon, I'll have my largest meal. And as I stated, you know, that can consist of collard greens, avocado, quinoa, rice, avocado. I love myself some avocado. Chickpeas. Let's see, what did I? Black beans. I have a delicious black bean recipe on this channel. Black beans, any kind of beans, because not only am I getting my fiber, but I'm getting rich protein for the body, for the muscles. So the beans, the green leafy vegetables, kale, broccoli, spinach, and because autumn is here, you know, I'll do the squash, the yellow squash, the green squash, pumpkin. I made some pumpkin soup last week for the first time, and it was delicious. But all of those plants, autumn, they fill you up in a good way. And again, you don't have to run to the refrigerator. You don't have to eat every 30 minutes. And for snacks, I'll do almonds. I'm addicted. I know how a cigarette smoker feels now when they have to go cold turkey. I don't know, because I just keep on eating almonds. But almonds are so good for you. So that is my go-to snack. And caution, you don't want to eat too much. I'm talking to the mirror. But you don't want to eat too much, because they are a little fattening for you, but they are so good for you. All nuts are. So my king of nuts is almond. My queen of nuts, which I've read research on, the best nut that you can eat are walnuts. That's my snack food. Walnuts, almonds. And another queen in my dietary toolbox, Brazil nuts. They're really big chunky nuts, but they are so delicious, and they are filled up with selenium, and the brain loves selenium. So those are my go-to snacks: walnuts, Brazil nuts, almonds, and I'm also addicted to pumpkin seeds. And you would be surprised, you know, these nuts, these seeds are so little. You say, how can something so little fill me up? But they do. They fill you up because they are rich in fiber. And that's what you want. Okay? Autumn, I hope I have answered that question for you. If I haven't, you know, just remind me and send me something in the comment notes. And again, if I can think of anything that I can add, I will definitely do that. All right. So that's it. Water. I drink a lot of water. If you're going plant-based, start with the rich leafy vegetables. You're going to get to a point where you won't even need the meat. And you know, with a plant-based diet, you're going to be feeling saturated. You're going to be feeling so filled up. You're going to be able to move faster and easily. You're going to be able to think clearly. Now, I confess, maybe it's not for everybody. Maybe it's not for everybody. But for this 70-year young athlete, it has served me well for the past 30 years. I love it. And I as you can see, I cannot speak highly enough of it. It is so good for you. But again, this might not be for everybody. So do what you feel is best for you. All right? Okay, doke. Hope I answered that question. Okay, let's see what the next question is. And the next question comes from Barbara. Barbara Malo. Barbara, thank you for that wonderful compliment. Barbara says, how did I get my arms to be the way that they are? Thank you, Barbara. Consistency and discipline. So what I do, I start off with for example, if I'm doing hammer curls, bicep curls. If I'm doing bicep curls, I will start off with a 10-pound weight. And I'll do about 25 reps with the 10-pound weight because 10 pounds, that's kind of light for me. And then I'll move it up. I'll take a little break and then I'll move it up and I'll move up to the 15-pound weight. And with 15 pounds, I'll do 15 reps. Then after that, I will set it aside, move into another exercise, and then the next exercise I will do my bicep curls again, and then I'll do my 30-pound weights. And I'll do 12 to 15 reps with the 30-pound weights. And because the 30-pound weights are the heaviest, I will go in until I'm exhausted, until the bicep muscle starts cursing me out and saying, what, have you lost your mind? I'm tired, I'm weak, give me a break. But again, I'll just go into exhaustion with the 30-pound weight. So again, I start with 10. From 10, I'll move to 15, and then from 15, I'll move to 30, and I'll go with 30 until exhaustion. So that's how I do it. Check out this video, just a little sample of one of my little arm workouts here. Check it out. Okay, right now I'm doing these hammer curls and I'm using 15-pound weights. I love doing this exercise, and the reason why I love doing the hammer curls is because it improves your wrist stability. It allows you to have a strong wrist, and it boosts your muscle endurance. And the most important thing of all, it strengthens your grip. One of my favorite exercises to do, hammer curls. So you see, that kind of arm workout, it really helps to develop the muscle. And ladies, the older you get, I don't want you to stray away from lifting. I don't want you to stray away from strength and resistance training, because the older you get, that's when you really have to turn the volume up with the weight. So don't be afraid of the weights, and don't think that that's going to make you get all bulky and whatnot. It will not, because you do not have that male hormone in you, testosterone, so you can get bulky. No, what it will do, the more you lift, the more you are strengthening those muscles, and that's what you want. Forget about, whether it makes you tone or makes you big. It's so beneficial for the body. So let's get with it. Let's do it. Again, your girl is 70 years young, 70. And if somebody took my weights from me, that would be a wrap. Then I would have to go into my kung fu position, because I would be fighting. Weights have really, really helped me out throughout my personal training journey. So again, I cannot speak highly enough of that. Weights, resistance training, strength training, and of course you're going to get a little cardio in there too. But you really, really want to hit those weights. All right? Okay, so hope I've answered that, Barbara. If not, do not hesitate to write me a comment and let me know. All right? Okay, let me go to the next question. And the next question is from Mrs. Fierce. I like that name. When did I start working out, and what was the catalyst to get me started on my fitness journey? Okay, I'm from New York. I live in New York. So I've always worked out, always. When I was a little girl, we have something called double dutch. So I would always be jumping rope, running, jogging, running from the boys, just being very active when I was young. But the main catalyst that really turned up the fire on my physical fitness was seeing my beautiful, beloved mother. Mommy developed diabetes when she was in her mid-50s. And I had no idea the psychological impact that had on me. I thought I was just skipping along with her illness and whatnot. But again, it really impacted me in a very strange way. And why do I say strange? Well, my mother had to take insulin twice a day. And she had to take insulin. She had to take needles in her stomach twice a day. And when I saw that, again, I had no idea the impact that was making on me. But subconsciously, I was saying to myself, oh no. We all have an expiration ticket. Nobody is going to live forever. But I don't want to have diabetes. I don't want to stick myself with needles twice a day. I don't want to do that. So seeing my mother, that turned up the flame on my fitness journey. And I really, really started working out. That was the catalyst. When you see a loved one go through a tremendous illness, that can impact you two ways. Either you can do something about it for yourself, or you can fall victim into the same illness that they fell into. So again, what I decided to do was, because mommy couldn't do it, with the insulin and everything, but I decided when with my life, I was going to take charge of it. And how did I take charge of it? With my nutrition, with diet, and physical fitness. Nutrition, diet, and physical fitness. Those are the three elements that will serve you well as you walk down the longevity road. So, long answer for a short question. How did I get started with and what was the trigger? My mom. and seeing other relatives and, taking note of their diet and things. They made, like my uncles and my aunts, they made things normal that should not have been normal. And this was what my subconscious was telling me. Things like open heart surgery. That shouldn't be normal when you're only 48, 50 years old. That should not be normal. You can take advantage, you can take control of that by eating well. Eating well, exercise, your nutrition, and your diet. Okay, Miss Fierce, I hope I answered that question. And the last and final question, because I don't want to take too much of your time, it comes from Elena. Elena wants to know, do I have any aches and pains? Because every time I see you on YouTube or Instagram, you're really hitting it. You're really exercising like a maniac. And I mean that respectfully. I know you do, Elena. So, question, do I have any aches and pains? Yes, occasionally I do. Occasionally I do have aches and pains. So what do? I listen to my body. I gotta confess, not all the time, but most of the time I listen to my body. If my leg, if my hamstring is saying enough is enough, you better cut it out before I really sock it to you, I'll listen to it. I'll ease up. I'll rest it. I won't do leg day. I won't go hard day on leg day. I'll let leg day pass for about 3 or 4 days. I will listen to my body. So that's number 1. I listen to my body. Number 2, I use my all-time fitness gun right here. It's a massage gun. So this is so helpful after I take a nice shower and, oil my body down. Then I'll pull out my massage gun and I'll just massage myself where the aches and pains are starting to tickle me. So this is what I do. I use my massage gun. I listen to my body, and I rub myself down with creams and whatnot, and I drink, and knowing that I'm hurting, so the body is telling me, oh, I'm being a little inflamed. You're having a little inflammation in your legs, in your hamstring, in your calves. So you know what you have to do. You got to get some turmeric. You got to make your turmeric drink. You got to do it. You got to drink or take supplements that are going to fight that inflammation. And here are a few of. Here's a turmeric drink, and here's one of my favorite supplements for inflammation. It's called black seed oil. It doesn't taste that great, but it does the job. My turmeric juice, I use oranges, pineapples, and that turmeric root right there. Excellent for inflammation. You can get a supplement, turmeric supplement, if you like. Also, I want to show you the root. This is what it looks like. And this is my beloved black seed oil. It is excellent for inflammation. Black seed oil. Yeah, I love that stuff. I really love it. The black seed oil, it tastes horrible. But when I know that it's what it's doing for my body and how it's helping my body, I take it. Anything that's going to help this 70-year young body, I'm going to take it. Okay, I said that was the last question, but I do have one more. And let's see, where did this question come from? Okay, this question comes from Boohoo. I love these names. Boohoo, what's my favorite exercise to do? My favorite, I have so many. I have so many exercises that are my favorites. I love cardio, And with my cardio, I will use my jump rope, and I'll jump rope in between sets of resistance training and strength training. So jump rope number 1. I live in a building with 17 flights of steps. So I'll run up and down the steps 4 times. It's really good for the heart, for the metabolism. It's good for the mind. It's a funny thing about exercise, especially cardio. When you're really, really hitting it hard, I get all of these creative ideas to just start to percolate to the surface of my mind. So cardio's number 1. Number 2, I love strength training. Barbara, you know I love working the arms. And the thing about working the arms, you can tell it's one of my favorite exercises because it shows up. The work is in the pudding and the work is showing up. So I love doing exercises where I can actually see the results. So resistance training, cardio, I love doing, delete that word love. I like doing abs. What else do I like to do? I like, don't love it, I like doing legs. Squats, bridges, let's see, what else? Glute work, I love doing it. Check out this little example that I have here of one of my glute workouts. This is an excellent exercise for your glute muscles. You really want to make those muscles nice and strong because they involve everything. They help you to do your exercises more efficiently, and this is great for core stability and making that glute muscle nice and strong and round, and that's what we want as we age, strong glutes. Yeah, those bad boys are real killers, but they get the job done, and they allow this 70-year young athlete to do the salsa on Saturday nights. They allow me to skip. They allow me to play with my grandchildren. So, in conclusion, thank you so much for your time, for joining me, for listening to these answers and these questions. And again, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to let me know. Oh, and if you are not a subscriber, come on and join this community. It's really one of the best out here because it's all about learning. It's all about growing, and every day we're growing. We're older than we were the day before, and because we're older than we were the day before, we just want to keep on getting better and better and better. And with this community, that's exactly what you will get, because not only do I give you the information, the community members, you guys help me, you guys encourage me, you guys give me tips, and for that I am truly grateful. So take good care, have a real good one, and I'll see you soon, God willing. I appreciate you from the bottom, top, east, and west of my heart. Take good care, have a good one now. Stay well, be blessed, and be active. Take good care. Bye-bye.